I'd like to see the secret project. You've proven yourself trustworthy. Here, take this. He presses a token emblazoned with the Godsman symbol into your hands. Do not lose it. If you do, I'm afraid I cannot replace it, so be careful with it. Okay. Let's see the secret project they're working on. And then I think we're gonna go ahead and open up the portal to, Ravel. We'll be done with Sigil. At least for now. I did get a comment that said, oh, you come back to Sigil later on, so,
I'm gone.
At least we know that. Okay, so I guess we still have to talk to you. Show the token. Examine the token closely. My mistake, sir. May I help you with anything? Anything else? Yeah, we're getting in here, huh? Okay.
Alright.
Looks like they're working on a weapon? Weapons worker. Got some WMDs going on in here. You see a tiefling clad in Godsman clothing carefully examining the thing in the center of the room. Can't really talk right now, we're in a critical phase. Critical phase of what? Yes, this project we're working on is a weapon that could have massive peacetime applications as well. We're not close to the end, but we are at a delicate phase, delicate enough to know that it could put us all at the dead book. All in the dead book if some Burke fails us now. Okay, I'll leave them alone then. Don't wanna, kinda should consider that I am the only immortal one in the room.
Alright.
Rags, tongs. So I guess I could have found that stuff in here too. Except you can't get in here without first forging an item. Well, oh, it looks like she might be in charge, Caldera. You see a Githzerai woman, bald with scarred cheeks and a cat's grace in her walk. As she turns toward you, she spies Dakon. Her eyes widen. She addresses him. You bring joy to my heart. My name is Caldera. May I aid you? My companion would like to speak with you concerning the workings of this device. May he speak for the two of us? She looks at you and looks back at him quizzically. Of course, esteemed one. If you speak for him, and accept responsibility for keeping what passes here secret. She turns her attention reluctantly to you. She glances at Fall from Grace, and her mouth curves into a graceful moo? I don't know that word. I apologize, honored one, but I cannot speak of this. I am both contractually and magically bound not to speak of this in the hearing of certain manifestations, shall we say, of belief. She turns to the succubus. My apologies, Lady Grace. So interesting. She won't talk about it in front of Fall from Grace. I understand. So maybe she'll leave the room. What does that mean? Yeah, it's curious. She can't speak about it in the presence of fiends. I would speculate that since she's been bound contractually, that means it's a project of law. And since she's been bound to do it magically, it is likely Tezu in origin. Yeah, is that right? But what about, Anna? Because she's, I guess, both fiends, but to be honest, I don't know. Fall from Grace is a succubus, so people seem to like her a lot less. Again, the supervisor turns uncomfortably toward Fall from Grace and grits her teeth. I may not speak of it. Okay. Sorry. Ask and I will tell you if I may. I trust your companion's discretion. Yeah, I think maybe we'll ask Daikon why she seemed to really honor him. She is of the people. Her markings tell of one who has walked the path of limbo and is made to not know our ancestral home. Her markings tell all Githzerai to render her assistance, and tell the Githzerai that she is still of the people. Her reverence for me is the reverence shown to all Zer. Okay. So finally ask her, who is contracted for the device? Oh, I guess she can't say anything. She can't say anything about it. About who contracted for it. But she can say what it does, so she says, our device spouts forth a certain type of magical fire that harms even those resistant to ordinary fire. We're working on applications that might even get around a creature's magical resistance. What other applications might it have? Aside from its weapon values, it could be used as an excellent mining device. If turned properly, it could harvest whole swaths of forest or fields of grain. It could also harden the shell of Limbo's material for a time. We've even tried lesser applications of the technology there. Or even be used as propulsion across the spheres of Carcerai. Its uses are limited by one's imagination. It is not purely a weapon of destruction. Well, those are all kind of, well, they're destructive, but I guess they result in, like, harvesting forest or fields. Ask and I will tell you if I may. I trust your companion's discretion. Okay, well, what about the engineers? I guess I don't really care about them, but might as well ask. She scowls, adding several creases to her scarred face. Speak to no one of my smiths who would know of the engineers. No kind words for the engineers will you hear from me. Why not? We're working pretty hard. Why? Because they do not seem to share a love for this project as do their comrades. Because they are dreamers and do none of the action themselves. Because, ultimately, I do not trust that their intentions mean well for us, but instead benefit them and them alone. Well, flurried up with a bunch of exclamations there. Yeah, I guess, firing levers for the cannon. Is it almost breakdown?
Done.
This is part of it.
Done.
Oh, I thought it... There it is. The cannon. This enormous device thrums with power. It looks like a gigantic flower, created, not grown, and adorned with metal bulbs and flanges. A bewildering array of knobs, gauges, and vents baffle your eye. Play with the controls. Let's go ahead and do that. You don't seem to have any success in changing anything right now. Okay. Well, it's all very interesting, but,
All right.
I think at this point, I'm mainly concerned with getting, this portal open. So I think I can go ahead and just open it right now, but I think, well, everybody's spells memorized up. Well, kind of. Still needs to memorize a few. So I think I'll just have a little rest. Assuming I can rest here now. Factor's room. Well, What about... ask you? I need a place to rest. It's not what I asked you. Oh. Oh, it's like an... Okay. Haven't seen that yet in this game before. Oh, and here we go. He can identify stuff, and he has, this type of aid available. Okay. That's actually kind of better than the, Sensorium offered. So we can get noble accommodations for free. So let's rest. I guess I've rested. A little confusing because it hasn't come up with the regular thing it usually comes up with, but he's memorized his spells and everybody's healed, so I guess we successfully rested. And I think probably open the portal up here. Nice open spot in case anything goes wrong. Okay, let's go ahead and use it. You unfold the shimmering metal and immediately it begins crackling with life. It begins forming itself into a metallic circle, hovering in the air. There's something in your possession that has activated this portal. You get the feeling that you probably ought to make sure you have everything you need. You might not be back in Sigil for a long time. I think we've taken care of that. Made sure we had as much as we could anyway. So I think we're gonna step through it. Exciting. Alright, so we're in Ravel's Maze, as expected. I'm gonna have Anna,
like a shadow,
hide in the shadows and just scout ahead a little bit.
Might as well. Like a shadow I am. Right.
Oop.
Might
Does
as
that
well.
see her? Oh, look, it's acting like it sees
Might as
her.
well.
Oh, great.
Right.
Good thing she's quick.
Might as well. Like a shadow I am.
Oh. Okay. Got those
Live the shadows.
Trigjits coming up out of the ground, and I don't think I want you to leave the shadows quite yet. There's only 2 of them. Possibly that third, and I'm not sure if it followed it down or... Okay, so let's try out one of Ignis's spells. Let's do Seeking Flames.
You see that?
Okay, I don't think these things are too tough, actually. Can you do your spell, mister? No, I guess he doesn't really need to. Okay, well that was fairly easy, all things considered. Guess there might be more of them. So... Oop, I don't want her to be involved so much in the combat.
Damn.
Just have to do a... Okay. So it's kind of a organic looking maze. And these triggers almost look like trees. I guess there are more of them because it's not letting me save the game.